This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment and educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos I put them out. So you know I'm thinking, see, man, analyzing that data. But like I tell every day, the data they release us is false. It gives a false narrative of the market so we can make bad trading decisions. Listen, AMC has their meeting tomorrow. The votes will be finalized. And I was talking to Uncle Frank, and we were discussing the debt for share swap. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Like, I sent an email. I sent an email to John Merriweather. And I asked John Merriweather, and I did a video on this, I think about a month ago. And I asked John Merriweather, I said, exactly who did AMC swap the equity to debt with? And I was told by John Merriweather that they are not going to give me that information. Now, here's the thing. John Merriweather doesn't own any shares of AMC. He's on the board of AMC. But we are the shareholders. We are the owners of the company. So for him not to want to share that information with me is a little bit crazy. But now I'm wondering if they swap the debt for shares with Antara or with Apollo Global or with both of them at the same time. I mean, if it wasn't sketchy, why would they have to keep that information private from the shareholders? And Uncle Frank and I were discussing the possibility, not saying this is what happened, the possibility that these shares that were swapped to debt are unregistered shares because they haven't been added to the float, they haven't been added to the market cap, but as unregistered shares, do they have voting rights? So, of course, I did the DD they say we don't do because, you know, they say we close our eyes and throw darts at the board when it's time for us to pick a stock. So I started investigating whether or not these unregistered shares that they swapped for debt would have voting rights for this meeting tomorrow. And I came away with this. Unregistered shares and registered shares can have different rights altogether. And unregistered shares may not have voting rights, but that don't mean it doesn't. And if there was some scheme to control the AMC vote, what better way to do it? You swap debt for shares. You make sure the shares are swapped for people who are going to vote the way you want. And then not that, you sell the shares at the lowest possible price, letting them know that they are getting a deal. And in exchange for selling it to them at this great reduced price, they agree to vote the way you want. Kind of like that Antara deal. When they did the APE, where they gave Antara the APE in exchange for voting the way Adam Aron wanted. And then removing the block that stopped them from selling the shares for 6 months, allowing them to sell the shares right away, right after the vote. Is that what's happening here right now? I'm not 100% sure. But the fact that Mr. Merriweather did not want to tell me who they swapped the debt for equity with, and now, after talking with Uncle Frank, I'm thinking that there's a possibility that Adam Aron and the board swapped debt for equity with Antara and Apollo Global, and even though those shares are unrestricted shares, or restricted shares rather, those shares were given voting rights. And because they were given voting rights, they're going to be able to vote on all the proposals tomorrow, and best believe they're going to vote any way that Adam Aron and the board tells them to. Do I know this for sure? Of course not. But like I tell you guys every day, people's past behavior is a very good indication of their future behavior. So if they gave Antara shares that required Antara to vote the way they wanted, do you think that they gave the swap for equity rather? Do you think that they're capable of swapping debt for equity and requiring the people that got the equity to vote the way they wanted also? So is that vote tomorrow going to be rigged? I don't know. Will it be manipulated? I don't know. But I know that they have traded shares in the past to require people to vote the way they wanted. So are they capable of doing that now? Of course they are. Of course they are. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think it's possible that Adam Aron and the board swap debt for equity and require the people that got these shares to vote the way Adam Aron and the board wants them to? Anyway, have a great day. God bless. And I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.